Okay, so this is turn 4. This is the loyalist turn. Tactical squad Archival, which was up here, took dangerous terrain tests to get down. They all jumped down and ran forward to go up and support General Ironhive and his unit as they're trying to use a demolition charge on the wall. They were supported by the Sister Superior's Retributor squad. They all ran up, and as you can see, they approached the wall here and firing multi-meltas and the demolition charge from the guard. Over here, as General Ironhive took cover, the wall was armor 12. The wall ended up exploding, breaking into pieces to try and make a way for the convoy. In the meantime, over here, the lieutenant's squad, actually this is Sergeant Major Waters, his squad fired everything that they had on the Terminator unit, firing melta guns and a heavy flamer and grenade launchers. And also with the help of Captain Pike here and his unit, also had a heavy flamer. The commissar here with his flamer, and they all rapid fired everything they had into the unit. The heavy flamers causing heavy damage, the Terminators dying. In addition, the remaining defensive weapons on the convoys, the heavy bolters and the storm bolters, also lended in their fire, and that for the time halted the Terminator advance and killed four Traitor Marines as a result. Over here, the approaching Death Company fired what they had, and the Chief Chaplain Carnarvon, they all fired and they killed 2 traitors here. And the focus fire coming from the Terminators over here killed the Apostle here, who was also dead. The Berserkers finally killed Chaplain Cairo, so he's out of the campaign. Remember, when characters die, they don't come back in our campaign. And then over here we have a fight going on. All of the Marines here were killed by the Death Company Dread, and now the Death Company Dread is in base contact with Chaos Lord Dinathor the Black, and Dinathor is in trouble if he can't get out of this because he only has a power sword. He doesn't have anything to deal with the Death Company Dreadnought, so Chaos turn coming up. Okay, so at the end of Chaos's turn 4, the Death Company Dreadnought put all of his attacks into Lord Dinathor, and Lord Dinathor made all of his invulnerable saves, saving himself. And then Lord Hrothgar, the Conqueror, and his hordes show up. The Berserker Champion pours all of his attacks with his Axe of Blind Fury into the Dreadnought, and the Dreadnought loses an arm, gets a weapon destroy result, and Hrothgar's Chosen have now arrived from the portal, and Hrothgar has assembled, because he has the lantern artifact, he assembles his the remaining traitor guard here that he has sacrificed. So he is doing something very interesting here. And then over here in the back, these berserkers here all fired everything that they had on the lead basilisk, trying to destroy it. 2 plasma pistols fired at that basilisk, and then the traitor unit, the black unit in front over here, also had a plasma gun. They rapid fired their plasma gun into the lead basilisk, and And with the sacrifice of the 5 traitor guardsmen, appear from the monolith appears 5 blood letters. Hrothgar has opened the warp on Hoth and now has the ability to summon blood letters. This thing is turning bad for the loyalists now. The convoy needs to hurry up and make it into the fort command base. So turn 5 coming up. Loyalist turn. All right, Loyalist turn 5. 10 more guardsmen got out of the Chimera this time. The Chimera moved up as the artillery piece, the Basilisk, also moved up. General Ironhive and his forces are moving through the ruins now as the convoy is trying to make its way through another path. The Loyalists all moved up, but with the rate of fire that came from all the guardsmen and the tanks, Berserker Squad was destroyed. 3 Traitor Marines are still here, fighting it out. 2 Bloodletters was killed to shooting from the Death Company over here. And that's pretty much it. More Hrothgar's hordes have arrived. And over here, the fighting is still ongoing with the Dreadnought losing another hull point. And Lord Dinathor finally taking a wound. Okay, Traitors turn 5. All right, at the end of the Chaos turn 5, Lord Hrothgar comes over and just destroys the Death Company Dreadnought before he can kill Lord Dinathor. Hrothgar, just a butcher. He just takes out the Dreadnought very easily. Over here, he summoned the Bloodletters from those that from the ritual. Those Bloodletters came over and butchered the Death Company. The Chief Chaplain Carnarvon is in a challenge right now with one of Hrothgar's chosen. Carnarvon is losing, suffering 2 wounds to the chosen. Over here, Captain Castigan and his Terminator squad made very short work of the Furies. They just went right through the Furies, no problem at all. And on the far side over here, Hrothgar's chosen are now butchering the guard. The guard need to try and get back into this Chimera so that they can make it over. This is the last turn coming up, so we're going to see how many are going to make it through and how many are going to fail. Right now, Chaos is starting to overrun them. Okay, so the end of turn 6 for the Loyalists. And the Loyalists moved in. The Terminators moved up. They killed the Bloodletters. And Captain Castigan challenges the champion on the Juggernaut. And he just owns him. Just makes quick work of the champion. And just steps on the champion's ride. Over here, the Chief Chaplain and the champion and Hrothgar's other champion are still locked in combat with no victor so far. Hrothgar and his hordes have just butchered the Juggernaut, but it's a Loyalist turn. Over here, the 4 guardsmen wounded the champion once, but the champion just ripped through them as he's chasing down the convoy, trying to stop at least one. The entire horde is coming. The convoy has just broken through the building, and looks like General Ironhive and his guys are going to make it to the fort. And there's nothing the Loyalists can do about this piece of artillery that will make it to the fort, along with the Chimera. But maybe they can stop this last one. We will see. Stand by. A twist coming to this story also, guys. And that's the end of the game, everyone. That's the end of Chaos's turn. This champion here also tried his fate at challenging Captain Castigan. And Castigan made very quick work of this champion also. The champion stood no chance. And in addition, over here, the chief chaplain and this champion tied combat again. The convoy made it through. No way to catch these two, so they're actually gonna make it into the base. And over here on the end, this basilisk was destroyed by the traitors on this end. And well, that's the end of the game. I'm gonna have a story recap. The next video that we'll do after this will recap the story surrounding this mission and the new twist that I was telling you guys about. Stand by. Thanks for watching.